Hello, welcome to today's class, which we are going to start with consonant. Okay, that's for the Gen Zs. Welcome to today's class. I welcome every one of you to the continuation of our Hebrew class. A quick one, I want us to go straight to the to the consonants that we have today. We are going to be dealing with our awaiting alphabet. I know everybody has been waiting for this alphabet to be shown. So I want to start with how we should go about writing our alphabet. That is why I want to use my book, my pen, and my textbook if need be. Okay, so we have 22 alphabets of Hebrew. Your consonants, which is Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, He, Waw, Zahin, He, Tet, Resh, Kof, Sishin, Tau. Do we get it? So when we start with the consonants, how to write them, the next thing to do is how to memorize them. That is name by name by name by name by name. Okay, let's get started. So lest I forget, I want to say this thing, that Hebrew starts its writing from the left, not from the right. So this is the complete alphabet. This is how your Hebrew alphabet looks like. Okay, so you can see Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, He. You can see Waw that I told you. Okay, I didn't tell you, sorry, it's the other class. I said this place that you see Va is known as Waw. Okay, so it can be used as Waw, it can be used as Va. People know it morely or mostly as Waw. So you see Zayin, you see Het, you see Tet, you see Yod, you see Kaf, you see Lamen, you see Mem, you see Nun, you see Samek. So you see Ayin, you see Pe, you see Tade, Kof, Resh, Sishin, Tau. I call this Sishin, Tau because they are seen as one alphabet. They don't separate these two alphabets. Now let me point out what I'm trying to say. These two, okay, they don't differentiate them. They mix them, they make it one, even though it has different translation. Do you get it? It's just like when you want to spell she and when you want to spell shin. Do we get it? What goes for sh and what goes for si. That's what it means. There are some explanation I'm giving you here that I don't necessarily need to give you when we further. So just take note of those things. So you see Aleph, I go again. You see Bet, you see Gimel, you see all of the rest of the alphabet. I remember that song that I taught you. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, He, Waw, Zahin, He, Tet, Yod, Kaf, Lamen, Men, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Pe, Tade, Kof, Resh, Sishin, Tau. Now let's count our alphabet in numbers. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Remember I said this 2 is 1, 2 in 1, 21, and lastly 22. So we have 22 consonants of Hebrew. I guess we are done with this. So we are moving to how to write our consonants in Hebrew. Take a very close look as I teach us how to write it, for they are going to look very the same with this. This time around, I want to write them for you so that you know how to go about memorizing it and calling them by their names. Let's get to that. So this is letter or consonant Aleph. Okay, so you write a vertical line like this, okay, with a small comma up here and another one down here. They shouldn't be equal. Most time you see people writing it like this. No, No, that's not how to write aleph. Aleph is a vertical line like this, like you want to divide. Okay, then you come up here, you write your small comma, and then you come down and you write your other command, and that makes it aleph. So what's the difference between this one? There's no difference. Absolutely, you can see they look alike. And if you check it, you see how I've already written aleph all round. Can you see a vertical line, comma up here with another one? So let's move to bet. Okay, so this is bet. Bet, you see it, I've written it here, but I have to clean some for this class sake. So the bet is like half of a box. Remember when you were in primary school? Yes. Then come down here, let there be a tail. That makes it a bet. Can you see that? So I go again over bet. You see, with just a little tail here, and then you can see the rest of the bet, how I wrote it down. And then let's come down to gimel. I've written gimel all here, but let me show you how to write gimel. So remember that Hebrew always starts from right, so I mean left. So look at it. Gimel is like this, like you are writing your C upside down, and then you come to the side again, and then you write like this. You have gotten your gimel. I go again, like you're writing your C upside down with a curve around here, and that's all. So I write it again for the third time. That is gimel. For the fourth time, that is gimel. So roughly, let's come down to dalet. Dalet seems like a T square, but one is longer than the other. How is it longer than the other? After writing it like this, getting to the end, instead of coming to the center to write your straight line, just by the side, you write it and leave a small tail too in this place. Yes, and we call it dalet. I write it for the second time. I told you like a T square, but one is longer than the other. So I write it for the third time. You see that? The more you practice, the more you keep getting better. So let's move quickly to hey. Look at hey. Hey. Something like this. Those that are good in music will write it. Now you won't come up to draw your line down. You give a little space up here, then you write it down. So if you check in between here, this side, I left a small tiny space here, and I left it. And if you check, the rest is going to be the same, or they are the same. I write it for the second time. Remember to give a space up. Yes, and that is the rest of your hey. So let's move quickly to the next letter. Consonant. I don't know why I'm calling it letters. So the next consonant is wow. Just your question mark. I know it to be easy, right? This one is easier. Wow. Look at it. You can call it va, as I said before. You can call it va again, but it's popularly known with wow. So you see, just a question mark. Your question mark. Your question mark. And your question mark. So what next? Zayin. Zayin is like your shaving stick. If you know how your shape of shaving stick looks, absolutely that is your zayin. Okay, so look at what zayin looks like a shaving stick, like a shaving stick. Okay, yes, not like dalet. Okay, if you draw it in form of your shaving stick, it's going to be better. So what letter next? Consonant again. Hate. Remember your hey, you left a space there, but when it comes to your hey, your hate, you are going to close up the space. That is the difference between your hey and your hate. Hate, 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 H-E-T, hate. So look at it. I'm not going to leave space where I left. I'm going to close it up, and with a small tail by the right. Remember, can you see that? I'm closing it. Can you see that? I'm closing it. And that goes on and on and on as your hate. So what letter next? Tet. Letter tet. So your letter tet, look at it like you want to write V. Okay. And then you just bring something in here. Yes. Sometimes you see I make it like this. to look beautiful. But if you should write it in this way, definitely someone will know you are writing it. Nobody has a problem with it like this. Nobody has a problem with it like this. You know, just the way our handwriting is differ. When you learn your alphabet in English, it gets better and then they look different. I can read your handwriting and I will understand. You read my handwriting, I will understand. Why? Because you have the knowledge of those alphabet already. So the same thing in your... So next is yod, letter yod. So the yod is just a small comma up. You see it? Just a small comma, just the way you write your comma. Bang, bang, bang. That's for letter yod. So the next we have here is your letter kaf. Yes, your letter kaf. Your upside down C. Just write it upside down. Yes, like this, and that is it. And your lamed, you have to stay careful to what I'm doing. Okay, like this, like you're drawing a straight line, then you curve it. Do you get that? Like this, then you curve it. Like this, then you curve. Like this. That is your lamen. I go again. Let me take it for the last time now. Like this. Like this. Okay, let's move to mem. Now, I don't know how you will learn to write your mem. All you need to do is to screenshot the drawing, as my friend will call it. Screenshot the alphabet and try to form something like that. So this is how I write my own. Okay, I write my own like this. Okay, I make sure that I leave space because there's definitely a space. Look at it, you can see a space here. So I take it again, I write mine like this and like this. There's space here. So if the pen, okay, mem. So there's always a space here. Always there's a space around here. So let me write it properly for the last time. Okay, then I will write it like this. Leave a space here. That's your mem. So quickly, let's come to noon. This is how to write noon. Just a small bet, not like bet oh, small one, like this, very tiny. You don't need to leave tail here because when you leave tail there, it has become bet. So I write it for the last time, noon. Very tiny. Can you see how beautiful my noon looks like? So next is our kames. It's just a circle then with something like this. Write your cycle and then draw something like this. Your cycle and something like this. Your cycle and something like this. So next here is our ayin. Please look at it. Your ayin looks like Y, okay, but not really like a straight Y. Look at it. Did you see that? Not a straight Y. You see that? That is your ayin. Let me write it for the last time. Not a straight Y. Not a straight Y. That is your ayin. So the next after ayin is your pair. Your pair looks like 9, but curve 9 or G for some people's letter. So look at it. So make sure you leave space here too. You don't join in together, because if we join it together, it's no longer Hebrew consonants, rather it's an English letter. So this is it. You see that? You see that? The space. Okay, so after your pair, the next is tade. Tade also want to look like your Y, but pay attention to how I draw or write this down, so that you'll be able to differentiate your ayin and your tadi. I won't use here. Let me come where the camera will help you to see very bright. Now look at it. Can you see? It's coming this way. Sometimes I tell people you start like you are writing your C upside down, but very rough. Okay, like this and like this. See the difference? You see the difference? So it depends on how smart you are to write this and this. I can write it anyhow. I wouldn't mind. Let me write it for the last time. So you see, so definitely there's difference between this and ayin. So the next is your cough. Yes, your cough. Your cough looks like P in your English alphabet, but see how it's been written. You space it up here. Did you see? There's small space here, there's small space here. That is your cough. Like this. Cough. Cough. And that is it. So next after cough is your resh. Your resh. Look at it. Just a bigger R upside down. Or your wow, but in a bigger way. Your resh. Your resh. Your resh. And your resh. I write it for the last time. So you see. So we come to these two consonants that we put it in one. So the first we are starting with is sin. Okay, just like your V, and then you add another line, and then a dagesh again at your right hand side. That makes it sin. So I write it again. Did you see that? That's all. Always remember to put dagesh at the right side, and you call it sin. When the dagesh is at, when the dagesh is at the right hand side is sin. So let's move to shin. So when the dagesh is at the left hand side, it is known as shin. That is the difference. Okay, can you see that? Left. Left. I write it for the last time. And last but not the least is our tau. So tau is like you want to write here, and then you catch it by the tail and then curve it like this. I don't know if my camera is clear enough. Okay. Yes. I write it for the last time now for you. So this is the end of our consonants, our 22 consonants, and this is all for now that I will call it a let's go. No, I'm wrong, not a let's go. Should I say drawing of the curtain? Yes, for this class. So thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching out. Thank you for having interest in learning this. Make sure you are used to your consonants. Make this practice so you'll be perfect. Catch you later.